Congratulations to George Washington. I really thought it was a great game. I'm really proud of our guys and our effort. You know, I think we put ourselves in position to be there at the end of the game, and unfortunately, they probably played a little bit better, coached a little bit better down the stretch. So, congrats to them, and we will regroup and get ready for Saturday.
Chris, is there anything more you could have done inside? You just don't have the bodies yet to deal with that.
You know, I would agree with that right now, John. You know, I think our guys tried. I think you know, the foul trouble was a further hindrance on our ability to defend inside, and you know, you have to go to other guys, and guys are probably a little bit more tentative when they're in there guarding. But you know, when we did double a couple times, they hit some cutters right around the basket, so that was hard. But I thought, all in all, to be honest, you know, in the second half, I don't think they had nearly as many points in the paint. I don't know that for sure, but they did hit some threes, and I think that was a big difference.
The offensive putbacks, was that a breakdown? Was that?
Well, a little bit of a breakdown, a little bit that, you know, they're sending, you know, because a couple of them McDonald had, he's the point guard, and he's a good rebounding guard, but they're sending to the glass, they're sending guys in there, and yeah, so sometimes that is a breakdown. Sometimes I think it's a little bit overwhelming because they're sending everybody, and you know, you have to be able to handle that, whether you're boxing out your man or a guy that's going for the ball. You have to be able to handle that better.
How much did you guys miss Alonzo for much of the game?
We miss Alonzo terribly. You know, he's our best defensive interior defensive player. He's one of the best defenders in the league, and him being out of the game for so long really changes our defense. And you know, he makes our defense unique, maybe a little bit special. And when he's out of the game, we can be solid, but I don't think we generate enough, you know, positive plays defensively when he's not in.
Did they do anything differently against Anthony in the second half?
Well, they guarded him hard, but I wouldn't say they did anything differently. You know, I think that he was covered for the most part each possession, and you know, Kendall's a good enough player to still find his shot and still be aggressive. But I think they did a good job in terms of they were very aware of him and on him and guarded him hard.
As tight as it is in sort of the top six there, how tough was this one to let sort of slip away?
Yeah, well, it is hard. I mean, you know. You know, to be honest, there are so many games left. It's hard to just focus on that. I mean, there are 5 games left. Everybody's got tough stretches, and so it's difficult. But I think that there are a lot of things that are going to happen Saturday, next Wednesday, and on and on. So, you know, while we pay attention to the standings and we want to, you know, finish as best we can, we also know that it wasn't decided tonight, and just need to keep playing hard, because you know, we're doing a lot of good things, so we just need to keep improving and keep playing hard.
Speaking of good things, ShawnDre,
yeah,
you know, heck of a game tonight.
Yeah, ShawnDre, you know, is he's a really good player. I think we saw that tonight. You know, he's just he kind of makes things look easy. You know, he has a really nice pace to his game. You know, he's kind of different than Kendall. Kendall, you know, you can see how hard he's playing. ShawnDre kind of really has a nice pace to his game, and played a terrific game tonight, made a lot of big shots, and I think he's going to be a great player.
Do you find yourself doing more coaching? I mean, Sed's out, thinner bench. Do you find yourself doing more game management than? Finally
doing some coaching around here. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. We're really, you know, we call many more plays now. You know, I prefer to be a team that really kind of just flows into their offense. I think now we really try to call a lot of plays and see if we can, you know, exploit some mismatches or things that we see. So we're a little bit more deliberate in what we're doing. You know, we're changing some things up on defense too. So yeah, I think strategically we're doing more things.
Terry looked pretty aggressive in the first half, especially. Is that kind of what you need from him?
Absolutely. I think Terry has a chance to be you know, he had, I think, 16 and 9 tonight, and I don't even think he played a great game. I think he just needs to go out with fire, play aggressively, and really attack the game. And not that he doesn't, but I think he could do it to a really high level. You know, the play he made where he got the rebound, came down on the break, found Josh Jones. I mean, that's an exceptional play, and that's fairly easy for him. So I think he just needs to continue to play more aggressively, bring more fire to the game, and I think he's going to do great.
Is it strategy bringing ShawnDre and Terry off the bench? Obviously, they've been out playing Dion and Sparrow.
Well, it's just more we want to try to start with our best defensive group on the floor, because we think that's what we've held our hat on, we've hung our hat on. We've probably been, you know, if you look at the rankings, we've been a really good defensive team. We've been a, you know, above average offensive team. So we want to start the game with our best defensive group.
2 games on the road coming up.
Yeah.
Obviously, a big stretch, winnable games, but you got to win on the road.
Well, we play LaSalle at home next, Phil. You know what I mean? You're already in Charlotte, right? And so we just have, I mean, we really, it's honestly as old as a cliche is to take it one at a time. And that really for us, just to your last question, we're one possession at a time. We're really trying to manage the game. We're really fearful of foul trouble. And so we're really trying to manage the game at both ends. And so that goes for the games and the practices too, just one game at a time.
You talked about a lot of season being left.
Yeah.
Obviously a hard loss to swallow, but is it comforting to know that, you lost tonight, but you're still 7-4 in the conference, and you're right there in that top 5?
Yeah, absolutely. I like our position. I think we've done well to put ourselves in a good spot. And look, tonight, if a couple of different things happen, we might have been on the other side of the game. So by no means, this is hard because it's at home and it's a chance for us. But it's a really good team. It's a great league, and there's a lot of basketball left.
Is this a game where you can take a lot of positives?
I believe it is. Certainly ShawnDre. I thought Terry really, he's had games like this before, but probably not for a little while. So, yeah, I think we can take some positives and just be sure to address those and just keep coming along in our other areas.
Anything else?
Coach, how about, I guess, broad question. League loses Xavier, Butler, Temple, whatnot, but there's still a lot of teams that look like 4-ish, 5-ish, 6-ish teams can make the tournament. How good of a league is A-10?
The league is great. And I'm a little bit surprised by how good it has been this year. I would assume losing Xavier and Temple over the next 10 years will kind of show up. But for this year, the league is every bit as good as it's been, and it's impressive. I mean, it's fun because there are great players, great atmospheres all around the league, and I hope we get a lot of teams in.
In a way, losing some of those, elite teams, in a way, given some of the middle tier teams that are good teams, more of a chance to show how good of programs they are.
In a sense, but I think that this year, I think the teams are at the top would be at the top no matter who was in the league or left the league. So. Like I said, I think you can't judge those things in the first year. I think over the course of 10 years, we'll see where the league is, and I'm confident it'll remain, way up there as one of the best in the country.
Hey, ShawnDre, because of their length and size, did you have a sense that a small guard might be able to do some damage?
I didn't really think about it like that. I just wanted to come out there and help my team as much as I can get a win.
Can't really help much more than getting a career high. Hoop just looked huge to you tonight?
My teammates just found me in spots where I can score. They did a good job of driving, and I just tried to find the open spots.
How are you do you feel yourself taking kind of the reins a little bit more with the departure of Cedric and Derek?
No, I'm just doing what, just playing my game, just trying to come out there and not do too much, just do what the team needs me to do as far as coming out there and trying to hustle and being some energy.
Kendall, kind of a missed opportunity here tonight, and just how you were right there down the stretch. Just sort of talk about the last couple of minutes and how disappointing it was.
I think we let one get away. We had a couple possessions where we could have capitalized, but I think as far as us, we let some get away. We let some offensive rebounds get away from us. We didn't score when we needed to, so I think those were big things. But I think these are things we can carry over that we need to focus on the next game, knowing that each game is just as big as the next one. We just have to refocus and get back to work on to Thursday.
ShawnDre, this is your first little taste here of adversity, I guess. What did you learn from this one?
I learned that every possession matters. You got to get a stop. Every stop, every rebound, every loose ball, every turnover, everything matters, and each possession counts just the same.
Hey, Kendall, how about voicing some sort of feeling about the disparity in free throws and being able to keep them out of the lane, just being overpowered in there on many occasions?
I think our bigs did a good job. Some calls didn't go our way, but they kind of beat us in the post. But I think our bigs did a good job of just standing their ground. some calls didn't go our way. They got a couple fouls where we thought they weren't fouls. So it's tough sometimes. It goes like that sometimes. But I think we can learn off that. I think they can learn off that and know that we got to be more physical, more aggressive down there.
How much did not having Alonzo for much of the game hurt you guys in terms of playing down low, rebounding, whatnot?
Alonzo's a big presence down there. He helps us. If we get beat off the dribble, he's always there to step up and block the shot. So, having Alonzo out really hurts, but I think he'll learn from this now. I think he's maturing as a player. He'll get better as time goes on, and we need him in there, especially when we're small.
Kendall, did it seem that GW changed up their defense midway in the second half to keep the ball out your hands?
I saw some things that they tried to do to keep me away from, but I wasn't really focusing on that. I was just trying to help out and make sure I was in position, to score or be productive. They did switch up to defense sometime. I guess sometime they were denying me, but I'm not going to make no excuses for that. I know I got shots, but I didn't capitalize on them, so I take full responsibility for that.